automotive team.
Arkansas scrimmage today putting a wrap on fall camp. Were questions answered or did more questions arise? To help figure that out, here's Mike Irwin. All right, Mike, thanks. Austin Capps continues to get used to his new home on the offensive line. Capps has been working out at left guard, and as Mike mentioned, the pass protection questionable today at the scrimmage. However, Capps is still getting positive feedback from offensive coordinator Joe Craddock. It's been quite a summer for Daniel Gafford, working hard to take that next step in his game heading into a sophomore season. Think the kind of step Bobby Portis made between his freshman and sophomore seasons. In fact, Gafford has spent a lot of time with Portis, working on his game in the gym. Gafford recently got back from the Nike camp where he was going up against guys not only on the collegiate level, but the NBA as well, guys like Kevin Durant and LeBron James.
Alyssa Orange here at the Fayetteville Town Center. We're going to talk about tonight's Legends Dinner honoring Mike Anderson in just a bit. But earlier today, it was the football annual kickoff luncheon at the Holiday Inn Convention Center in Springdale. Chad Morris, his assistant coaches, the players, all there to hype up the fans for this 2018 season. Can you believe it? We are 15 days away from the start of the season in Arkansas's first game against Eastern Illinois. You can sense all the new energy around this fan base as they get ready for this season to begin.
It's the relationship and the ability to build a relationship and to know that these young men, every one of these young men that are here today, and we want them when they leave our program, if we're doing it the right way, they're going to leave here equipped for tools for life that are going to make them better husbands, better community leaders, just better in society.
Well, they demonstrated some of those tools after the luncheon. A group of the guys went basically across the highway over to Arkansas Children's Northwest to visit with some young Razorback fans. Here's Sarah Talmadge.
Alyssa, the Razorbacks taking some time off the field to come here to Arkansas Children's Northwest and visit with some patients. And the guys tell me that it's really days like this that put things into perspective.
You know, these kids, they just make you just realize how blessed you are and how privileged you are to be where you at and have what you have, you know. You don't see this every day, you know, walking around. You know, you don't see kids, you know, the way they are, you know, in the rooms. And, you know, you don't see that every day. But, you know, it really opens your eyes to just make you realize, you know, how thankful and how grateful you are for, you know, for the things that God's given you.
People look up to you no matter what age, and, you know, you got to understand that you're a role model out here in this life. And, you know, and to see these kids, you really have to be a positive influence in life because you never know. Like I said, man, and just keep you humble, you know, and really just cause the emotion to be the best you can be, man, you know, because like I said, you can impact anybody in life, man, and you got to make sure that you carry yourself the right way at all times.
Now, this is not the Razorbacks' first trip here, and it definitely will not be their last. Alyssa, back to you.
All right, Tara, thanks a lot. Again, now bringing in Mike Irwin as we talk about the Legends Dinner tonight honoring Mike Anderson. He joins Governor Asa Hutchinson, Frank Broyles, some of the other honorees in the past years. A big deal for Mike Anderson.
Yeah, I would compare him to Frank Broyles in one very important regard. I mean, he bleeds Razorback red. Mike Anderson was here for many years as an assistant, then had to go off on his own and improve himself as a head coach. He did that at 2 other schools. He had a very good job at Missouri, but as soon as he got offered the Arkansas job, he left a good job and came here, and it's been difficult for him at times. But he always wanted to be here. He will be here when he retires from coaching. If Razorback fans like that and Coach Broyles, that's what you've got in Mike Anderson.
Well, it is definitely a big honor for him because you know how much he loves this state. Scotty Thurman, Coach Nolan Richardson also here to talk about Mike Anderson tonight. For Mike Irwin, I'm Alyssa Orange. That's going to do it for your Big Trail Nation report. A last look at the weather after the break.
He says he may play 2 guys in the first game, and that's very unusual.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Mike, it's odd and unusual, but it's not odd and unusual for Chad Morris because if you go back and look at all the times he's had a quarterback competition at Clemson in 2014, it was Cole Stout and Deshaun Watson. Cole Stout started those first 3 games, and then Deshaun Watson came in, and the rest is history. And then in 2017, it was Ben Hicks, Rafe Peavy, and DJ Gillens at SMU, and he didn't have a starter 9 days before that first game. So we might be in for quite a waiting game with this decision. Well, hey, Alex, I can tell you what, it's hot, but there's a lot of excitement, a lot of waiting that is now over because it is the first day of fall camp, as you mentioned. It is the start of the 2015 season for new head coach Chad Morris, the start of a new era. But we talked to Morris earlier in the week, and on Monday he said that it's really Saturday's practice that's going to be that up-tempo feel that the rest of fall camp will be like. Today, it's just about getting your feet back underneath you and getting back into that rhythm of practicing.
We're a better football team right now than we were at any point in time since I've gotten here. And I'm excited from a culture standpoint, to a strength and conditioning, from a weight standpoint, for where our bodies are. They're in shape, and these guys really are ready to go.
You know, I feel like we've been saying they're ready to go for a while now, but Mike Irwin joining me, and I tell you who is ready for things, and that's the fans when it comes to the quarterback position.
Well, they've got to name a number one guy pretty quickly. I mean, it's one thing to do it all through the spring, give 3 guys equal reps. You can't do that now. You got to get somebody ready to go. I think that'll happen sometime in the next 2 weeks, maybe even a week after the first scrimmage. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to be interested in watching Cole Kelly today. He supposedly dropped 15, 20 pounds. The knock on him has been that he's not quick enough to run this offense well. If you lose weight, maybe you can. So
Sure.
We'll see that. And then I want to see the 2 freshmen, John Stephen Jones and Connor Nolan, see what they do today.
Well, that battle will heat up. Hopefully, though, they do name a starter sooner rather than later. For Mike Irwin, I'm Alyssa Orange. Alex, let's head back to you.
So Arkansas fans know who will be kicking field goals for North Texas on Saturday. We don't know who will start at QB for Arkansas, and I found a really nice 99-year-old lady who wants a date with a former Hog. Don't scroll anywhere. This is your Daily Nation report. Once again, Chad Morris was questioned about who will start for Arkansas at the QB position on Saturday.
Decided on the starting quarterback?
Have not.
Is it a deal where you know who you're going to start and you just don't want to say who you're going to start?
No, have not.
Okay.
Have not. Have not.
Shout out there to Bob Holt. Morris answered means, of course, we'll have to wait until Saturday to find out whether it will be Cole Kelly or Ty Story. Cue the Tom Petty song. Well, while we wait, we can talk about North Texas and their place kicker. He is currently 7 for 7 with a long of 51 yards this season and leads the nation in total points scored with 32. Who is that guy? Oh, yeah. Remember Cole Hedlund? This guy. That's right. Now he kicks for the Mean Green. Where was that a few years ago? That's all I'm saying. We'll see how warm of a welcome he will get back at Razorback Stadium. And last but certainly not least, to Fenway Park we go. And I think we found the biggest Andrew Benintendi fan, or maybe just the oldest. Her granddaughter tweeted out a photo of her grandma holding a Benny baseball bobblehead and says she cuts out every picture of him in the paper. The sign says 99 and feeling great. Benny, how about a date? All I'm saying is Andrew Benintendi retweeted it, so I hope that means he'll take her out, of course, just as friends. That's your Daily Nation report. Have a great night, everybody.